What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This film is finally out in theaters. It is one of my most anticipated films of the year. The first trailer emotionally drained me. The second one I enjoyed but didn't love as much as that first one, and there was just so much surrounding this film that I was very curious to check out to see how they were going to handle. Ryan Coogler comes back to helm the sequel for Black Panther, and I think for the most part he did a really good job of not only giving us the emotions that we wanted, but also giving us a very nice story. Although I did not love this film as much as I wanted to, this film also has some very nice, strong character development. The performances are great. And right now, Angela Bassett is getting some Oscar recognition, and she will probably deserve it because I thought she was powerful. With every single line that she delivered, with every single performance that she demanded, she captured the attention of the crowd, and she has the majority of this film. A majority of this film is just told from the perspective of Angela Bassett's Ramonda and Shuri. I thought it was pretty well handled, seeing how they were going to be dealing with the loss of Chadwick / T'Challa, and seeing how they were going to move on, who was going to take over the mantle of Black Panther. I thought it was really well handled. The costuming in this film is top notch. Ludwig Göransson comes back to score this film, and he absolutely nails it. I'm not sure if this score is better than the first one, but he definitely took a lot of inspiration. He poured his heart and soul into this film, and he gave us one of the best scores of the year. I think he is one of my favorite composers at the moment, and every single time that he teams up with Ryan Coogler, I'm going to be all hands on deck. I think for the most part, there are a lot of performances in this film that are really strong, but there are a lot of characters in this film that really don't get the limelight in this film. In this film, you don't get a lot of M'Baku, you don't get a lot of Nakia. You do get a lot of Okoye, mostly because she's with Shuri for the most of the film. But every single time that the Dora Milaje was on screen and they were in action, they were top notch, they were fierce, they were strong. These are the women that you do not want to run across in a dark alley. I thought there were a lot of things in this film that could have been cut out. This film is about 2 hours and 40 minutes, and you do get to feel that in the stretch of time. It's a good 30 minutes in this film that you could have easily cut out. It would have never impacted the entire film overall. There are a couple of characters. One character that I was really excited to see in Everett Ross that didn't really have a lot of payoff to his character in this film. I don't think you needed him. I think you just had him to pad the runtime just a little bit, and his little side story that he got going on, that really didn't flow for me all that well, mostly because it was very uninteresting and it took away from what we were going on in Wakanda and everything that they were dealing with. The way that they deal with Chadwick's loss in this film is done with such class, with such grace. It was handled beautifully. They rip your heart out and they show it to you, and there are a lot of moments in this film where they do that. There were a lot of great action sequences in this film, mostly one including a car chase between Okoye, Riri Williams, and Shuri in this film that really had me at the edge of my seat. And the final fight was very intense when you have so much going on. Some of it does actually work out, other times it doesn't, and I kind of wanted a little bit more of the emotional impact. You do feel the loss of Chadwick in this film and T'Challa, not only because he was the main character of the first Black Panther movie, but he was also the heart and soul of that film, and his interaction with Shuri is really missed in this film. And with what they were dealt with, and the way that Ryan Coogler was able to move the story along and give us something that is very hard to do, especially when you have a tragic passing like this, I think it was handled the very best that it possibly could have. I think Tenoch Huerta as Namor was fantastic. They actually made him very vicious, very strong, very commanding. He is the king of Telocan, and when you get behind his moral mission about what he is trying to do, why he's doing the things that he is doing, then there's the reason why you get behind him and makes him one of the most compelling and one of the most interesting villains of the MCU. They give him a great story, they give him a great name, and his flying wings don't come off as cheesy as one may think or may seem on the surface, but I think they handled him very well. He was very strong, he was very commanding. Overall, this was a great experience. Everybody will leave with tears in their eyes, and just the way that they handled everything was just beautiful. It was classy, it was graceful. It wasn't a movie that I absolutely loved, but it was one that I really enjoyed, I really liked. Overall, I'm going to say that I will highly recommend that you guys check this film out in theaters. It's not as great as it should have been. It's not as good as I wanted it to be. But there are a lot of great things in this film that I actually did love and I actually did appreciate. There were some moments in this film where it does drag, and there are characters that you could have easily plucked out and put them somewhere else. But this is a film that is getting the MCU right on track. It's getting people that really didn't like the first couple of films into a easy pace, and I think this film delivers. But those are my thoughts on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Did you guys check it out? Did you like it? Did you not? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on more videos. I'm going to be having a lot more videos coming out this weekend, so stay tuned. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.